Hello guys, my name is Gavin, and this will be a video on how to make a system where your player can trade items from his inventory, like, if they have swords or something like that, for another item inside the game. And we'll be doing this in an RPG style fashion. Alright, I'm just going to get started. So to start off, what you're going to do is double click the A button until everything is selected and hit X and delete. Hit 7 to go in the top view, and let's do spacebar and then add a camera first. And on this camera, let's drag it up a fair amount, and let's hit 0 right here. And just like the other text tutorials for RPGs, let's add a background plane. So let's do spacebar and add a plane. Drag this plane down, and let's hit S and X to scale it out. And I'm going to add a black material to this plane. So click on the Materials tab, hit New, and let's put black right here. So drag this down. And let's now add a text object by doing spacebar and then add a text object like that. Drag this text object over our plane and then drag it up so it's not inside of our plane. I will scale this text object just down a little bit, and I'll drag it towards the top of our text background. Okay. What we're going to do now is go into game logic like this. And let's now go into Blender game as well. And on our text object, we want to have it so that there's some items that our player can trade. Now, we want to have these two items be an integer. And let's say that we're just going to be able to trade things, let's say sticks like this, and let's say the player has 6 of them. And let's say that there's another thing that the player wants to have, like let's say water. So water will be part of this game as well. And let's say the player only has 2 of those right now. Okay. What we're going to do is add an always sensor like this. And we're going to also add a keyboard sensor. Let's rename this keyboard sensor as space, and let's click tap and put the spacebar key right here. Also, make sure your always sensor has those first 3 dots selected. What we are now going to do is add a Python controller like this, and connect these like this. Now, what we also want to have is have a keyboard sensor again. I forgot to add this one. And let's put the enter key, or the return key. And I'm going to name this as enter like this, and I'm going to click tap. Connect this to your Python script now, and let's do templates Python and then game logic simple. Drag this out and delete the portion that I've highlighted. Hit Control and scroll up on your mouse to make your text larger, and I'm just going to rename this as, let's say, just say inventory.py. We're not really doing anything with inventory like in that kind of sense, but it'll be this. Okay, the last game property we're going to have, and again I should have done this sooner, is a integer property for a sentence, and this will make sure that we recognize what sentence we're on. Because after all, we will be having a little bit of dialogue in this in terms of the barter system or the trading system. Okay, let's now define our space sensor. So space is going to equal const.sensors space, and then enter is going to equal const.sensors enter. What we are now going to do is have a variable called sentence is going to be equal to own sentence. Actually, I'll change this name to number to avoid confusion. I think Blender might be confused if I name a variable sentence and there's a game property sentence. Okay. What we're going to do now is have pretty much a so like if number is equal to 1, which it is right now, what we're going to do is create a variable that we're going to display on this text object. And this variable, I'm going to call it as let's just say dialogue up here. And it's just going to be equal to nothing for now. It's just going to be an empty string. And let's have if number is equal to 1, dialogue is going to be equal to, do you want to trade? Trade like this. And if number is equal to 2, we're going to have pretty much what we want to trade. So we want our player to be able to trade, so let's have dialogue is going to be equal to, let's say 3 water for 5 sticks. That will be the line of dialogue we have. And then if number is equal to 3, let's have if number is equal to 3. We're going to have dialogue is going to be equal to come back soon, implying that the trade is done or we didn't trade at all. Okay, what we are now going to do is have it so that if we press the spacebar sensor while the sentence is equal to 1, it's going to go on to that next sentence. So if space.positive, we're going to have own sentence is going to plus or equal 1. So if we were to display our sentence on our text object like this, so let's have own.text is going to be equal to dialogue. We can see initially it's going to say, do you want to trade? And that's fairly large, so I'll scale it down. Do you want to trade 3 water for 5 sticks? And something we're going to add right here is we're going to add how many sticks the player has underneath it. So let's put a plus symbol, and let's put new line. So this indicates we're going to go to a new line, and then put plus, you have, and let's pretty much make it so that we can convert, we can show how many sticks we have. So let's put you have plus str sticks like this, own sticks. So it'll convert that game property to a string so we can add it to this. Like that. And then let's put sticks at the end. This may be a little bit confusing, but so I'll just scroll out. So this is pretty much just making one long string. So it's saying 3 water for 5 sticks, going to the next line, you have, it's going to put the number of sticks we have, which is 6, and then it's going to say the word sticks. So if we play this now and hit this next line, I think there's an error really quick. Clicks does not equal, is it? Oh, sticks. Sorry, I accidentally put clicks. I'm so used to putting clicks. So it should work now. Yeah, 3 water for 5 sticks, you have 6 sticks. Okay. So now that we're on the same page, I'm actually just going to put a space in between that to make it look right. And what we're going to have, if number is equal to 2, or if our sentence is equal to 2, we're going to have if enter.positive. We are going to have own water is going to plus equal 3. Then own sticks is going to minus equal 5. Alright? So that's going to indicate that we actually bought the item. And as well, we're going to go on to our next sentence. So let's have own sentence is going to plus equal 1. Now, if we were to hit these 3 I's right here, so this 1, 2, and 3, and do game and then show debug properties, we can see that we're going to have sticks water in the corner. I'm going to hit the space bar, and I'm going to hit the enter key to trade. So we see sticks goes down, and then water goes up. Alright. What we now want to do is have it so that if we don't want to trade for that, or if we think that's an unfair deal, let's just have if space.positive. We're just going to have own sentence is going to plus equal 1. And actually something that we can do, and we are going to do this, I'll just actually delete this really quick. And I'm going to delete this number 3 really quick. And what we want to do is have it change so that if the dialogue, so if we press the enter, we're going to have dialogue is going to equal something, you know, like, thank you. Like this, indicating that we actually made the trade correctly. And we're also going to have dialogue if we just press the spacebar to go out of it. So if we think that's an unfair deal, we're just going to have come back soon. ... indicate disappointment. Okay. So if we hit play now, do we want to trade? I can hit the spacebar and it'll say come back soon. And it went away really fast. And that's probably because, yeah, we defined dialogue up here. I might just delete this and see what happens. You want to trade? 3 water for 5 sticks. Spacebar, come back soon. Restart that. Do you want to trade? 3 water for 5 sticks. Hit enter. Thank you. Okay, guys. That is how you make a simple trading system for items in inventory within Blender. I hope you guys found this useful. I know this is a concept that not many people go over in their channels, so I really hope this helps. Alright guys, thank you for watching.